Hi, so today I'll be making garlic parm tenders. So start by getting your chicken breast. You can do 1 or 2 chicken breasts depending on how many tenders you're trying to make. Like 1 chicken breast will make about 4 or 5. If you use 2, you can probably get about 8 chicken tenders. But just start by slicing it into strips. Then trim fat as needed, if there's any excess fat. Basically, you want to get tenders around that size. So I actually ended up getting about 7 full tenders. They're a little thinner just because of the way I cut them, but a little bit more than I expected. So next, you're going to place them in a bowl. This is something you can toss your seasonings into. So start with 1 tablespoon for each of these ingredients. 1 tablespoon salt. Mix that in there, kind of dropped it. And a tablespoon garlic powder. Tablespoon smoked paprika. A little bit too much there. One tablespoon cayenne. Doesn't have to be exact, you can season to your liking. And then some Italian seasoning or dried parsley, anything like that. About half a tablespoon. And I'll also be adding some Cajun seasoning in the place of chili powder. See, that's about enough. Now just mix the dry ingredients with the chicken. Get everything nice and coated. Do your best to try and evenly coat each piece. Now set this to the side. Fire up your chicken. You're going to be making basically the batter. So in place of something like shake and bake or panko, I'm using cornflakes. Try and eyeball about 50 grams or so. Doesn't have to be super exact. And try and get about 15 grams of Parmesan. Put it on top. Obviously, you can add more or less depending on how much you like. And next, you're just going to add the same amount of seasonings you added on the coating for the chicken. So again, that's tablespoon paprika, tablespoon Italian seasoning or any parsley dry, and then cayenne, salt, and Cajun. Once you have it all ready, you're just going to crush it up using basically whatever. I'm using just a cup. Doesn't have to be super fine. You still want to see kind of a cornflake shape on the coating. And just mix it around, get all the seasonings combined. Okay, so next you're taking your chicken and you're drenching it in the flour. Then you're drenching it in the egg, which is just 2 eggs scrambled together, and then in the cornflake mixture. Get it somewhat coated, and into the egg. And into the cornflakes. Nice and coated. Then lay it down on your tinfoil lined baking sheet. Okay, so now that that's done, you're gonna pop this in the oven at 400 for about 25-30 minutes, flipping them halfway. Okay, so next, after making the chicken strips, you're gonna make the sauce that you're gonna glaze over top, and it is the ingredients are kind of minced garlic, like a sweet Thai chili sauce, and Parmesan, and low-fat butter. So start by putting your pan to around medium, maybe medium-high. Putting in a fair bit of butter. Next, you're going to add some garlic, about a tablespoon. Depending on how much garlic you want to add, that's what I recommend. Mix that around. Then you're going to add some of that sweet chili sauce. And a little bit of Parmesan. And if you need to add more butter as you go. Okay, so now that once the tenders are done, they've been in there for about 25 minutes, turn them halfway. Now you have the sauce, and you're just gonna grab another baster, even a paintbrush, get some on there. And just baste over the chicken. Alright, and once you've basted the chicken with the sauce, you are done. And that was how to make cheesy garlic parm tenders.